Kevin Harvick just admitted he did this at SHOCKS NASCAR. Is Kevin Harvick finally planning to retire? Kevin Harvick's alleged retirement rumors are still circulating in the NASCAR community. What does Kevin have to say about this, given that he has already revealed his uncertain future in the NASCAR Cup Series? Well, stay tuned and let's find out. Hello NASCAR fam, welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. And let's begin. Let's check out this current NASCAR news before we really talk about Harvick's retirement. Let's begin with Raja Caruth. Rajah Caruth, a budding NASCAR talent, received a full-time Truck Series ride on Tuesday thanks to GMS Racing. Caruth has advanced swiftly in the racing ranks. He is regarded highly as a prospect from the iRacing circuits by both fans and other drivers. Rajah Caruth is currently a part of a group that is moving forward rapidly. A member of the same organization as GMS Racing is the Cup Series team Petty GMS Racing. Jimmie Johnson will thus be available for the new driver to converse with and solicit assistance from. Not to forget all the other outstanding people on the Truck Series crew. Caruth will start working for GMS in the number 24 truck. He will also continue to live with the Chevy family, where he has been developing for the previous few years. The truck will be funded in part by the Wendell Scott Foundation, and it has a really unique design. He will compete in the 23 with Grant Enfinger and the 43 with Daniel Dye. Components that move and change a lot are included in the Truck Series. A new era has begun. Craftsman has returned to the sport as the series sponsor after a long absence. Now, let's return to the subject at hand, Kevin Harvick's retirement. As a result of the driver allegedly telling Stewart-Haas Racing that he intends to retire at the end of the 2023 season, Kevin Harvick has become one of the most talked about figures in the NASCAR offseason. This would be the major topic of the 2023 season, despite the fact that nothing formal has been mentioned from Harvick's perspective. Two of the most successful drivers currently competing are Harvick and Kyle Busch, a driver for Richard Childress Racing. When his current contract expires at the end of the 2023 season, as Gene Haas claimed in October, Harvick will not be able to continue to compete. Haas claims that the Stewart-Haas Racing team would like for Harvick to sign a deal to stay with a racing team that Tony Stewart co-owns. Harvick's first season with the team saw him win the club's Lone Cup Championship. The upcoming season will be his 10th with SHR. He started his Cup career with Richard Childress Racing and spent the first 13 years of his career there. The following week marks Harvick's 47th birthday. During the course of his career, he has won 60 NASCAR Cup races. He won the Southern 500, the Brickyard 400, the Coca-Cola 600, and the Daytona 500, among other races. At Michigan, Harvick broke a winless skid that had spanned 65 races at the start of this year. The second longest winless streak of his career was during this time. Harvick, who has a 10-year-old son named KEELAN, is heavily invested in KEELAN's early career as a race car driver. Over the past 10 years, he has diversified his activities in order to create a profitable management company. Harvick won his first two championships in NASCAR's lower division in 2001 and 2006. Harvick only planned to race for the Xfinity Championship in 2001, but RCR decided to transfer Harvick into Dale Earnhardt's ride when Earnhardt died in the season-opening Daytona 500 disaster. He ultimately won the Xfinity Championship that year. Harvick competed in both the Cup and the Xfinity Series during his tumultuous rookie season and ended up taking home the championship in both. He was victorious 5 times in Xfinity and twice in the Cup. His career stats include 14 victories in the Truck Series and 47 victories in the Xfinity. In his career, the driver has amassed more than 100 victories, including 60 in the NASCAR Cup Series. In addition, he has won 2 titles. Given that he was the driver that replaced Dale Earnhardt Sr. when the latter was killed in the 2001 Daytona 500, Harvick's decision to retire would be a terrible blow to the sport. He cannot be held responsible either. The exhausting workload that accompanies with being a full-time driver is something that everyone in the Cup Series has to deal with. KEELAN Harvick, who is Kevin Harvick's son, is also growing up and getting ready for a future in racing. It is appropriate to enable a driver of Harvick's caliber to compete in one more season. Racing competitors like Jimmie Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. have all experienced this in the past. Harvick and the number 4 squad will hopefully be able to take advantage of their position. If they want to do so, it makes sense why they would want to keep it unofficial for the entire season. This topic was also covered extensively over the course of the Champions Week NASCAR event in Nashville, Tennessee. When faced with the situation, Harvick engaged in discourse about it and had an interesting response. The majority of Harvick's achievements, including the NASCAR Cup Series title in 2014, happened while he was a member of Stewart-Haas Racing. It's understandable why the company will advocate for the driver to sign a new contract extension, given that he has unquestionably been the most successful driver in the company's history. The Athletic's Jordan Bianchi got the chance to chat with Kevin Harvick about his future intentions, including whether or not he intended to continue to compete in the number 4 car after the 2024 season. At the moment, he feels like he'll know the answer to that question before we get to Daytona, but he doesn't have a crystal clear answer to that question just yet. Because there are just so many layers to unfold, sort through, and assess, he won't begin the season without knowing that direction simply because there are so many moving parts to take into account. So, he'll see. Furthermore, he thinks that at this particular time, anything is still conceivable. It is important to remember that conversations had in private settings differ from those had in public situations. So what do you think? Was Kevin Harvick's choice right? Let us know in the comments section. For additional updates, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Harvick made statements that might have been interpreted in a number of different ways, rather than appearing to take a position on the subject. However, it appears that a response will be given to the issue before the 2023 Daytona 500. If the plans purportedly held by the Cup Series champion from 2014 do not change, be prepared for the 2023 Cup Series season to be an emotional one. Harvick is one of the most successful drivers in NASCAR history, and the Hall of Fame will surely induct him. A few more drivers are considering retiring after the 2023 season. Denny Hamlin is one of them. Even though hearing Hamlin's name could be unexpected, if he wins the championship, it would make sense for him to retire after 2023. It's also vital to remember that at the conclusion of the current season, his existing deal with FedEx will expire. According to his comments, it would not be surprising if he decided to stop racing after winning the championship. Moreover, the 42-year-old superstar does not want to put himself in a situation where he cannot consistently prevail. Harvick, Truex, Hamlin, Crafton, and Sauter have been constants on the NASCAR driver roster for almost 20 years. Even one of them retiring would be a significant historical event, and it's likely that at least one of them will do so within the upcoming year. It would without a doubt be a pivotal point in NASCAR racing history. On the list of NASCAR drivers with the most Cup Series victories overall, Harvick is currently tied with Kyle Busch for 9th position. All NASCAR Cup Series races, as well as a few Xfinity Series and Craftsman Truck Series events, are broadcast on Band Sports, thanks to a collaboration with Bandeirantes. 195 nations and territories worldwide broadcast NASCAR, reaching more than 500 million households. What do you think about this? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed our video today. If you did, please click on the like button and make sure you share it with all your friends and family. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. We sincerely appreciate you spending time out of your busy day with us today, and we look forward to catching up with you in our next video. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching.